Did you know that even though there are tens of thousands of words in the English language, you really only need about 3,000 of them to say anything you need to say? I'm teaching 3,000 words in 3,000 days. Stick with me and you'll get a new word every day. Normally, normally. So I have here two pictures. See how the legs here are kind of bowed? Here the legs are straight. People normally have straight legs, but it's not unusual for some people to have bowed legs. Normally means usually or most often, commonly, typically, generally, usually, as a rule. What is normal, right? We have this idea of what is normal, and watch this, because normal in English means common. There are, and this is something that is you need to watch in all of whatever language you speak. There are going to be cognates, and then there are going to be false cognates. So I happen to know about this false cognate with Russian. Normalna in Russian does not mean normally in the same sense that normally means here. For example, if I ask you how you're doing in Russian, it is very common to say normalna, but that doesn't mean the same. Like, we would never say, how are you doing in English? And then you would answer normal or normally. It has a similar meaning, but it's not the same, and you need to be very careful. There are a lot of words in Portuguese that are the same. We call them false friends, meaning we think they mean that, but then they end up not really meaning that, even though the word sounds close. It's a false cognate, okay? So be very careful about these words. They are vocabulary mistakes if you make them. And one of the reasons I teach vocabulary more than I teach grammar is because if you make a grammar mistake, except for about 3 particular grammar mistakes, if you make a grammar mistake, you will be understood. But if you make a vocabulary mistake, you will not be understood, okay? Or if you don't understand a vocabulary word when someone speaks to you, you will not understand them. This is, I think, the thing that makes English more difficult than the vocabulary piece is more difficult than the grammar piece. Even though everybody gets excited about grammar, it's the vocabulary that you need to focus on. So be careful with false cognates. Normally could be a false cognate with your language. So normally means commonly, typically, generally, usually, or as a rule. I normally wake up before sunrise to get a quiet hour of reading in. So this is an adverb of frequency. In this sense, it's showing a usual habit. Notice that it's using the present simple. I wake up. This is something I do habitually. Present simple tense works with habits, things that you usually do. You can use always, usually, never. These are adverbs of frequency. And normally means it's my habit. I do it most of the time. The system is normally very reliable, but it occasionally experiences minor delays. Now, I want you to notice here, in this sentence, normally came before the verb. That is because the verb is not the be verb. So all verbs except for the be verb, you'll put the adverb before the verb. But here, the adverb is after the verb. That's because is the be verb, and the be verb is just weird. It's weird in your language, it's weird in my language. It's always going to be a weird verb. It won't follow the rules. I have my theories about why this is, and it goes back to grammar comes after vocabulary, okay? So the idea of our identity, the be verb, came first. Back before we had language, we would speak to each other. I, Zadie, right? This is an idea that I want, that's one of the oldest first ideas. And then we started developing other words. I want to tell you that I'm going somewhere. Go is also irregular. It doesn't follow all the rules, and it's probably the same in yours. But when we get to starting to talk about the ways that we go, now the idea of go has moved to many different modes, and I have more words. And the more words I have, now my brain needs to put them in categories. It needs to make rules for them. So grammar came after vocabulary, and the oldest words don't always follow the grammar rules. Is probably the very oldest word of all. So is going to have completely different rules than all the other verbs. Think about your language. It probably also has different rules. You might not even use it in some cases. Under normal circumstances, the store would be open by now. So I can change the word normally to under normal circumstances. Now I'm using it as an adjective. What kind of circumstances? Normal circumstances. I could change this whole thing to the word normally. Normally, the store would be open by now. The meaning is exactly the same. She spoke normally again after a few minutes, her voice steady and calm. This means the usual way, the way that she usually speaks. So she's doing it normally again. Like maybe she was shocked and was nervous for a while, and so her voice got really quavery, and she looked like she might even cry. And then she got control of herself, and she started speaking normally again. The procedure is normally carried out by trained technicians in a controlled environment. This is normally carried out. This is a passive construction because, we could change this construction to be active by saying trained technicians normally carry out this procedure. That would turn it into an active. But when I want to highlight the procedure, not the technicians, I will use a passive voice. And then I put the word normally between the helping verb and the base verb. The opposite of normally would be unusually, abnormally. Abnormally. So ab can mean a, or ab can mean the opposite of or not. So abnormally means not normally. The noun is norm. What is the norm here? That means what is usual, what seems to be the rule here. I don't think there's really a verb. Normal is the adjective and normally is the adverb. Normally.
I really hope that you enjoyed this word. Use it 5 times today, write it down, commit it to memory. And I'll see you in the next lesson.